This is your captain speaking. Welcome to the Tiger Show airline. We're flying at 30,000 feet with my co-pilot, Isaac Cole. Aubrey Hicks is making the drinks, I guess.
And the cookies.
Can I get some more
cookies?
peanuts?
Maurice Ingram is, I don't know what, Maurice.
Security.
All right. He's the guy with the zip ties.
And our one guest is Coach Grinde. But first, the announcements.
All right. Environmental Club will begin meeting on Fridays during Academy in Miss Orman's room. Also, the College Fair will be on Tuesday, September 23rd in the Auxiliary Gym during Red 4. 55 colleges and military branches will be represented. Today through Monday afternoon, September 22nd, juniors and seniors may get a pass from Miss King in the guidance office to attend the fair if your Red 4 class is not already planning to attend. No new passes will be available on the day of the event. Here's an FBLA announcement. All membership dues are due on the 18th. Also, please submit all FBLA t-shirt designs to Miss Meyer by the 23rd. FBLA's next meeting is Tuesday the 23rd, after school in Miss Meyer's room, 81. Also, ROAR applications are now available in the Assistant Principal's office. See Mrs. Hobbs for details. They are due in no later than October 6th at 3 o'clock p.m. That's it.
Those were very dramatic announcents today. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
A little bit of spice.
All right, what's going on today, Aubrey?
We have a volleyball game. We have an that's 8th grade. Just kidding.
My favorite volleyball games.
All right. We have
Probably shouldn't say that on
a
air.
girls softball game, and that is home, and that's for high school.
Okay.
That one is for
High school activity. All right, we're contractually obligated to read this announcement. Yesterday was Constitution Day. It was the 227th anniversary of the signing of the United States Constitution. The Constitution took our founding fathers only 100 days to write, and with only 27 amendments, is the world's longest surviving written constitution of government. The Constitution enshrines such principles as the rule of law, limited government, checks and balances, federalism, and judicial review, and has inspired nations and peoples around the world. As James Madison declared, the happy union of these states is a wonder, their constitution a miracle, their examples the hope of liberty throughout the world.
Who's Jerry Madison? Is that his brother?
I got through that almost correctly.
I thought you were going to say
I was almost 97%.
How do you...
I bet you,
Judicial.
Isaac,
Yeah.
after hearing this, Isaac will not be the only one who got the Jerry Madison joke out of this whole paragraph. That's all he got from it.
I got a B- on the reading of that. I hope I can get a retake.
I have a quick announcement from
Constitution's
Miss
great, guys.
Overstreet.
Okay, let's hear this.
I do. She is needing old hats and belts and purses for costumes for Cinderella that have medals on them, because we're going to do a fun little thing for the costumes. It's going to be outrageous and crazy.
Okay, what does that mean, outrageous and crazy?
It's going to be...
Oh, is it a secret?
No, it's not. I can tell you.
Okay.
It's going to be steampunk themed.
Oh.
So we're going to do
So
restoration steampunk or just regular steampunk. So
the whole show is steampunk?
it's
Cinderella steampunk?
Cinderella steampunk, but it's not going to be like over the top steampunk. It's going to be, still have Victorian elements and bright colors and fun things like that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This just listen to that kind of creeps me out.
Just a little bit, doesn't it?
Which completely makes me actually want to come watch this.
Wow.
Exactly.
How is this gonna turn out?
It's going to be like Sweeney Todd.
It's a disaster or a wonderful...
It's like the Halloween version of Cinderella.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
and-
There
You know,
It's
last
gonna be
year
great.
I asked a guy what steampunk was, and he talked for 20 minutes, but he never described what it was.
Well, it's
so-
kind of like, it's a little bit like...
Yeah, no, it was like that
You
for like
take-
20 minutes. Like,
It's when you take
well,
like
it's when you-
Victorian elements of clothes and then or even clockwork or anything from back then and add it with 19th century
Back in the olden days.
tools and gears and clocks and gadgets and things
Back in the olden days, kids would have to work in the factories, and they would get their hands stuck in the machines. So this is kind of like pretending that they fused with the machines and grew up, and that's what steampunk
a
is.
good
that is
example.
such a nice image, and I love being reminded of those days before any protections whatsoever.
A good
in
example of it
factories.
would possibly be if you've ever seen Hugo. Like there are a lot of
I've seen that.
gears and clockworks and stuff in that's very steampunk.
Right. Okay. So my decision to wear bowlers and use a pocket watch for 33 years,
That's so steampunk.
it's going to pay off.
Yes, you bet.
You just wait a little bit.
I went out of style, and now I'm right back in.
Well, if you want to go to Comic-Con, you probably can. But.
Yeah.
He's been waiting for this moment his whole life.
Just Tell me when to grow my
fine.
70s stash again.
I'm finally fashionable.
It all comes around. All right, let's bring on Coach Grinde. Coach, where do you want to start today? You want to start with last Friday's game?
Sure.
What do you have to say about last Friday's game at
Well, our kids,
at Odessa?
I'm still proud of our kids for bouncing back this week. We've had a really good week so far of practice, but I was very disappointed, as I'm sure they were, in our performance last Friday. I don't think we played as hard as we could have. We played almost as if we expected them to be as good as they were, so to speak. And, we didn't help ourselves by doing things right and playing hard, and it just didn't turn out our way at all. So, but it's one game,
Right.
and we've got to move on, and I think our program is going to do that this week.
And sometimes the wheels get rolling and they just kind of steamroll you. Like you guys were in
Like
it
a punk.
Like a steampunk.
Well, they were in it in the second quarter and then just kind of slipped away. I mean, there was just no – and they were talented too. They had running backs and quick backs and just guys who – and the guys who could throw. They didn't throw that much, but when they did, it was like, wow.
They're definitely really good.
The throws were right on. All right, what about Clinton here?
Well, we're excited about getting a chance to play again this week. Coach Smoot is their head coach, does a fantastic job. I've known him for 5 years now, and I really think a lot of his staff and everything he's done down at Clinton. They'll be very competitive, and they're doing a good job. They haven't had as much success so far this year, and I think that we have a great opportunity in front of us to have some great success Friday. And again, as I've said many times, our goal is to be 1-0 after Friday night. We got to put the past behind us. We've got to move on and focus on this challenge, and I think our kids will be ready to do that.
And it's a home game, so it's
Yes,
not
it
very
is.
far to travel. And
No.
I mean, that's fun for me to drive down Gay Street. And there it is.
I mean, we've seen how well like all the parents, all the students travel. So
Right.
imagine, when they come to a home game, how many people,
That's right. I mean, Sedalia was so awesome. I hope they come out for this one too.
Well, I wanted to mention this is an unusual situation for us. October is Cancer Awareness Month. The NFL, colleges, high schools all across the country are using that month to recognize and use games to promote awareness of that. Unfortunately for us, in October, our two home games are Center, which is homecoming, and O'Hara, which is senior night. So I made the decision that this week, even though it's September, is going to be our Pink It Up game. And so the first 300 people in the door get a really nice Pink It Up football T-shirt at the game. So, and we already have some guys that wear some pink shoes and different things that commemorate that awareness. And as Marie said, I would love to see even more people here supporting our kids and helping us make this a home field advantage, where people come in and say, man, it's loud, it's crazy. And
It needs to happen, right. And you have a good team this year. Clinton is beatable.
Absolutely.
They don't have the best record in the world. Do you know what that is?
They're 0-4 right at this point.
This could be another win for us. This could be the one.
Well, I believe that we must, and I believe we will play well. And again, football doesn't change from week to week. You got to take care of the ball. You got to block. You got to tackle. If we do those things, we got a chance to be very successful Friday night.
I think I've heard Coach Grinde say in the past, just like, in every game, like not to play against the other team, but to play against ourselves. Like, you need to play and try to like make leaps and bounds upon every single week, and just show like the people who come to watch, and just show ourselves how hard we've worked, and how much we've improved. So I mean, it's really not necessarily like we don't look at it as, oh well, they're really beatable, or they're really hard to play. It's just like, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to go do my job better than I did it last week, and then next week I'm going to do it better than I did it this week. And so,
Sounds good. Every week I
That's a
try
good
to
mindset.
eat a lot more popcorn than I did. That's my goal of the year. I'm up
That's
to
great.
5 bags.
It's pretty salty.
That's my treat of the week. That's what I do. Okay, we have a teacher of the week, Coach.
Yes, this week our seniors have chosen Drew Calvert as our teacher of the week. I know Drew is a first-year teacher, so he must be doing a great job, made a great impression, and our senior group chose him for
That
teacher
guy-
of the week.
He also listens to the show, so
He does.
Hey,
welcome.
We can give him a little shout out.
Way to go out there, Calvert.
Does he have a Twitter name or something we can plug him?
C-Cal.
Decal.
No, decal.
Decal at Warrensburg.
I just made that up. I have no idea.
I really don't think that's the name.
Never mind. Don't do that.
Hashtag decal.
And you have a Top Gun of the week, too,
I do,
don't you, Coach?
and once again, this young man is just doing an outstanding job. I told the team yesterday the one thing about Sheldon Blose that I know is I can trust him to give his all, and he will do exactly what he's coached to do. And that's a big plus for our football team. But he earned 6 points this week in the Top Gun standings, and he's up to 19. He's ahead of the next guy by 8 points.
Wow.
So if he continues on this streak, he will be the Top Gun winner at the end of the year. But I'm hoping some guys will step up and make some other plays and start closing that gap.
All right, sounds awesome. Anything else?
I have a cheer for us.
All right,
yes.
let's lead it out with a cheers.
All right, this
has
is
to
old
prepare.
school now. Here we go. Sis, boom, ba. Hit him in the jaw. Sis, boom, B. Hit him in the knee. Sis, boom, bass. Kick him in the other knee.
That's my
All
favorite.
right,
That
have a
is my favorite
good
too.
weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
See ya.